One of the things that we finally need to do is come to terms with the legacy of our great country and be honest about our history and not whitewash it anymore. Everything was George Washington chopped down a cherry tree and everything was great. Not George Washington was a slaveholder. We need to talk about this.
Prominent civil rights attorney Subodh Chandra, just one member of newly formed advisory council for 19 News. We're really excited about this. The group is comprised of community stakeholders with different professions and expertise, Chris.
Yeah, together they're going to help mold the topics we tackle as we look to root out racism and crusade for positive, impactful, lasting change in our community. Here now an introduction to the other members of the council in their own words.
Racism is not only the prejudice and bias and bigotry of another race, but
the power of the most held in the hands of the few.
A system of violence and oppression.
It manifests itself in far more insidious and subtle ways.
The way that our nose is, our lips are, it assumes that there is superiority in whiteness.
It was extremely intentional.
You make up laws to exclude.
Harming black and brown people.
African American males compared to their white male counterparts have a roughly 5 to 7 year shorter life expectancy.
Our young people experience racism in their earliest interactions with the education system.
Either it be from a student, from a faculty member.
Jim Crow laws, legislation that was enacted along racial lines.
In our relationships with the police, there's a lot of anxiety and fear.
Like Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin, what happened in Ferguson.
We've seen a black police chief and a black mayor tolerate overt racism by officers.
Redlining, when the banks would not give loans for home ownership in certain areas.
And then those zip codes would essentially be correlated by race.
Areas which are have higher rates of lead toxicity in the homes.
And so now the black households have 1/10 of the wealth of white households.
Our textbooks haven't given us the truth for generations.
Tell the truth.
It may make you angry, it may enrage you, it may make you feel discomfort, but it's those things that we need to know.
You believe people when they tell you that their experiences are different than what you would like to believe.
And as you can see from that group of people, a cross-cut of experience. We have Cleveland police, civil rights attorney, student activist. Tiffany, this is going to take months. It's going to be organic, and there's going to be a lot to unpack. It's going to be uncomfortable for people, but it's absolutely necessary in this moment in time.
The conversation has to be had.
And it's just getting started. Yeah. Well, tonight you're going to hear what specific issues the council would like us to tackle in the coming weeks and months to improve countless lives in our community. Please join us then.